Hey everybody, welcome to class. What we're going to be working on today is an advanced class, just to let everybody know again it's an advanced class, and what we're going to be working on is political satire. Political satire. We'll read some vocabulary when it comes to politics, also learn what political satire is. We'll have an article on it, and then we're going to watch some segments. Okay, we'll watch some segments on YouTube, so we'll make use of the of YouTube here today. All right, there's going to be 2 hours of this, so please understand that you know, we're going to be here for 2 hours. We'll have this first hour class, we'll break, and then we'll get into the next hour after that. Okay, so good. So let me share with you guys, here. Here's the introduction here for Verbling. Keep in mind, if you want to make reservations, here's where you make reservations, okay? All right? You just make them right there, okay?
Aloha.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Doing well. Welcome to class. Welcome to class.
Yeah, I'm the first person.
Yeah, you're the first one in, so good. Good.
So,
Yep. So good. Hey, you haven't been taking many classes lately. Have you been busy?
Yeah. I do a lot of research on this current events, no, sir. As you know. So I've been busy with that.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So good.
Yeah. I mean, thinking a lot about what is happening in Korea and what's you know, like it's kind of a corporate war between United States and no, not because of them, because of some sort of things, you know. It's complicated.
Yeah, I mean it's not too complicated. Just a matter of, you know, just the same thing that it's always been. You know, throughout time, there's people in power and people that are not in power.
The Rothschilds.
Yeah, you know what? So during this class, though, okay. So I'm just telling you one rule, okay?
Okay,
We're not getting to any conspiracy theory stuff. Okay. No conspiracy theory stuff. Okay. All right. And I'm not gonna disregard the fact that there's conspiracy theories and stuff like that. But the point is, the reality of the situations is you don't need a conspiracy theory. It's all out in the open, and that's what we're going to learn about today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You know, so no Rothschilds, no, you know, everything's ran by 3 people sitting in my backyard drinking Budweiser. Okay, I don't need those conspiracy theories. Okay. So let's go on. Hello, Maria. Hi, Maria. Hello. How are you, Maria? Hi, Maria. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. Welcome to class. Furkan, hello.
Hi. Finally, you made this class.
Yeah. So, like I said, two birds with one stone. So, no, and I was, and don't get me wrong, Furkan. So Furkan was nice enough. Again, I've told you guys, you go to my Facebook page, you make suggestions. He made a suggestion for this class. Excuse me. And just also too, I have to make sure sometimes, you know, the context of the way things are put together is okay, or pardon me, the content. I have to make sure that it's kosher, as they say. Some of the content when it comes to political satire from like Bill Maher and stuff is very, very spot on. Spot on means right on, but also too, he's very good at using a lot of vulgar words in order to express it, which sometimes need to be used anyway. But it's all good. So everybody, I'm going to go around and say hi to you, but everybody, pay attention. Okay, this is 2 hours. There's going to be 1 hour now. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get a background by reading vocabulary, read about satire and political satire and so forth, and then we're going to watch a few clips. Then the next hour is just going to be a lot of like looking and watching stuff and understanding, oh, well, you know, how is this satire, blah, 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 and so forth. This is an advanced class. If you're a beginner and you're in class, just please be nice enough to give up your seat, okay? I mean, if you're a beginner, you're just going to be lost, okay? All right, you're gonna look like this. This is what you're gonna look like. You're gonna be like, oh man, I don't know anything, man. I'm just a dog. Why am I shaking so much?
Like Mr. Bean.
Yeah. So, but let's get down to class because I do enjoy this type of stuff. Hello, Kadir. Hello, Kadir. Kadir. Hello, Kadir. Hello, Kadir. Okay. Hello, Ismail. Hi, Ismail.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you,
How are
Ismail.
you?
Doing well. Welcome to class. Hello, Abdullah.
Hi,
Hey, Abdullah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. Doing well. Hello, Abdul. Hi, Abdul.
Hello, how are you, sir? And hello to everyone in the class.
Yeah,
Hi.
doing well. Good. Let's see here. Walid. Hello, Walid.
Hi, teacher. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Walid. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks.
Good. And Muhammad. Okay, maybe it just takes time for the microphone. So, by the way, guys, listen. Okay, I've screened these videos, but every once in a while there might come up something, you know, about terrorism, this, that, and the other. Just relax. Okay, just relax. And Walid, if you don't put that camera away, Walid, seriously, put that camera away.
Oh, come on.
Don't you dare! Hey, don't you dare!
Yeah, get that camera out of my face. We're also going to use YouTube, okay, guys? So, so make sure you do that, okay?
Wow, cool.
Okay.
Is that the Verbling app is working, sir?
I don't know. Is it working?
Yeah, and
So-
it's not working like Colingo. I was thinking like this is...
What's Colingo? I have no idea what Colingo is. So, hey, Vincenzo. Hello, Vincenzo.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Vincenzo. Yeah, I've had you in class before. Vincenzo, this is an advanced class.
Yes, I'll try to do this one.
Okay, just keep up, okay? All right? We don't have to knock you out, okay? Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed Badawi. Badawi, okay, good. Are you an advanced English learner?
I assume, yeah.
You assume? Okay, good. Good. But remember, assume you
It's not
separate.
knowing. Yeah.
It makes an ass out of you and me, okay? So I'm just kidding. So anyway, guys, let's look here just real quick here at some. All right. So I'm going to push this here, and let's go at a really fast pace, guys. Okay. All right. I know you're learning English, but let's go at a faster pace to get through background. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's go to this first one here. Go ahead, Abdul. Bill, can you read that? Hello.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's from the bill, right?
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Read that, Bill.
Okay. Countable noun, a proposed change in the law when it is still in the planning stage and before it becomes legal. A law is called a bill.
Okay. So, yeah. Hey, Vincenzo, can you mute your microphone? Okay. Either that or just stop making random sounds. So,
Okay.
so Bill. Yeah. Thanks. So, Bill. So we're gonna hear about different bills that Congress is trying to pass. Okay?
Right.
We're going to look at stuff like that. So you're going to hear that throughout some of these videos. Okay? It's a very very important one. Okay? Abdullah Turgut, go ahead.
Yeah.
Coalition.
Okay, coalition is a countable noun. It means the time when different political parties agree on something for a reason.
Yep. So that's like, for instance, if Maria and I, if we weren't, if we were opposing each other, well, there might be times where I say to Maria, "Hey, Maria, let's form a coalition so that we can overtake our enemies." All right. Also, too, what happens in politics is sometimes people will form coalitions together, all right, in order to pass a bill, to pass a referendum, to make a change, okay? So democracy, wow, I don't even know what this word is. Ishmael, doesn't even really exist. Go ahead, Ishmael. Democracy.
Democracy, a system where power is held by the people through elections, one person equal one vote. The alternative to democracy, communism, for example, have largely been failures.
Well, and by the way, guys, there has been no true communism, just so everybody knows. There's not been a true communist. That's another political way. Okay, democracy. Now, so democracy, there's a big debate in the United States because we don't feel that it's a democracy anymore, because we vote for representatives, but then some of the representatives, when they get in office, they don't do what we as the people want. They follow the corporations. Therefore, that's a breakdown in the democracy, because a democracy, it should be representative of the people, and what they do. And this is through elections, okay? All right?
Excuse me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, democracy by the people, for the people, of the people.
Yep,
by
the people too.
Yeah, but today it's like democracy by the Congress, for the Congress, of the Congress.
Well, no, actually,
no,
I don't
it looks like today.
I don't want to get sidetracked, but basically, the way the U.S. democracy is now, I'm not going to get sidetracked. Let's keep going on here, okay?
Okay, sir.
So Furkan, to elect.
We choose by voting. In November, Americans will vote for a new president.
So when he's becoming a president, if he isn't elected, he's the president-elect, is what they call that, okay? All right? Before he's in the office, all right? So once he's sworn in, then he's in there. So also, too, all of our Congress people are elected, right? All of our political people, we elect those people as representatives, okay? But we electoral college, okay? An election, that's just when you elect somebody. So a campaign. Maria, can you read election campaign?
Okay. Election campaign, the organized effort to get a political party into power, also known as a race.
Yep. So they have a political race, okay? All right. They have this election campaign as well. All right. So Maria, right now in the Philippines, you're in the Philippines too, right?
Yes.
So right now you're having an election, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Yep. And then they have signs out because they're running an election campaign. So they're passing out flyers, there's signs and everything you can see. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, well, here, we should go through this here. Go ahead. Muhammad, electorate.
Countable noun, but usually singular. All the people who can vote in an election. The party is working hard to win the support of the electorate.
Yep. So those are the people that are voting. Maria is part of the electorate or electorate. And anytime you vote, you're part of it as well. In some countries, you have to vote. Okay? You're forced into voting. Other countries, it's optional. And also, too, in most countries, you have to be a certain age to vote. Okay? All right?
Okay.
Go ahead, Sudharsan.
Yes, sir. The law. The countable noun, a rule made by the government, and it is illegal to break the law. The government introduced a new law banning smoking in the public places.
Yep. So good.
Yep.
So yeah, and this is what people are getting upset about too, are some of the laws that are being passed because they don't seem to be in the best interest of the people. Okay? All right? Okay. Vincenzo, the opposition.
The mic is down.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll press it. Oh, he must have pressed the wrong button. Walid, I told him it's a quick class. Walid, the opposition.
Okay, the opposition. Group noun. The opposition are the political party who are not in power. They are not the government but want to be. The role of the opposition is to oppose and scrutinize the government.
Yep. So right now, there's a lot of opposition in different countries in the Middle East, Africa, and other places like that, right? Okay. Yeah. Because of the different things with the government. They had the Arab Spring, right? Okay. Okay, so good. Good, you guys are doing well. Yeah, let's go through a little bit more vocabulary. Abdul, politics.
Politics, noun, the process through which decisions on how to run the country or government are made. In my country, young people are less interested in politics than ever before.
Yep. Okay, good. So politics. And they say some of the things that you should never talk about are religion and politics. Okay? You have to be very careful when talking about politics. Even giving a class like this, some people can become offended. All right? So politics, talking about the process of the government and so forth. Okay? Abdullah, policy.
Policy, countable noun, a plan of action or guide that a political party or group decides upon. The party has a policy to cut taxes when it comes to power.
Okay, so good. So a lot of, remember, we're talking about political satire, okay, all right? And a lot of that is going to be covering bad policies that the governments have, okay, all right? Bad policies, bad laws, all right? And people that are elected that aren't doing the right thing, okay? Hello, Tawana? Yeah, put on your 1960s headset. Hey, Tawana. Okay. All right. They're going to be complaining, too, about politicians. Let's see here. Ismail, politician.
Okay. Politician. A person who has been elected and works in politics. Tony Blair was a politician for many years before becoming Prime Minister.
Yep. So that's another thing we're going to be talking about again are politicians. All right. We make fun of politicians when we have these, different political comedy shows, these different what we call fake news shows and things like that. But it's a good way to put across the point of how dumb some of these people can be. All right. Go ahead, Furkan. Political party.
Political party, an organized political party who share the same view and beliefs. The two major political parties in the UK are Labour and Conservative.
Yep. In the United States, there are Democrats and Republicans. Okay, Democrats and Republicans. All right. Republicans are very conservative. Republicans are also folks that want to. Here, let me explain to you, and I hope that nobody gets offended in the U.S. But here's the way that some people describe the U.S., okay? You either have the Democrats that all they care about are same-sex marriage, giving money away to people on food stamps, and also getting rid of the Bible. Okay, all right, so that's the Democrat Party. And then the Democratic Party. And then they explain the Republicans. The Republicans, they say that all they are people that want to have as many guns as they can, that the only thing for them that exists is God, and that they want to get rid of all the gay people. Okay, I'm just telling you. If you were generalizing, that's how they would describe the parties. Okay.
It's funny.
What's that?
What about
It's
the
funny.
liberals?
Oh, no. So the Democrats are the liberals. Okay, the
Oh.
Democrats. Yeah. So you're thinking about the Libertarian Party. Yeah. You know what? It's only a two-party. There are other parties in the United States, but mainly it's just those two. Nobody can really oppose those. And
So,
what's funny is, yes. Go ahead.
the left wing and the right wing. The left wing.
Yep. The left
Senate.
wing. Yeah. No, we're talking about the left wing and the right wing.
Yeah, yeah.
The liberals
Just
and the
explain.
conservatives.
Yes, sir. Explain about that also.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Maria, Prime Minister, President.
In Britain and Australia, the leader of the country is called the Prime Minister. In USA, the leader of the country is called the President. George Washington was the first President of America. Robert Walpole is considered Britain's first Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Tuana.
Oh, that's
My name
good.
is
Hey, Twana. Welcome to class. Where are you from?
fine, thanks.
You're from Fine, thanks. Where's that at? Is
No.
that in the northern? Is that in Asia?
No.
No?
No,
Where is
I'm
it?
from
Oh, is it in
Kurdistan.
South America?
No, I'm
What?
from Iraq.
Oh, Iraq. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. This
Thank
is a
you.
very fast place. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good.
Thank you,
Good. So
thank
welcome
you,
to class.
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So
Thank you
good.
for you.
You're welcome.
Hey, thanks.
Well, you're welcome. Muhammad. One sec. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Yeah, so Muhammad, go ahead. The next one here. To run.
To run. It's a verb. When an American politician, for example, tries to become the president, he runs for president.
Mm-hmm. Yep, George.
Clinton successfully ran for president twice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so did Obama. Okay, Obama Hussein. Right, everybody likes to call that Hussein in there. So yeah, and also George Bush. George Bush. Yeah.
George
boy.
W. Bush.
George W. Bush. The
Yes.
best thing to happen in the world. And by the way, I'm just kidding. You know, guy's an idiot. This whole party. So Sudarasan, spin.
It's a verb and unrecoverable noun. To try and deceive, fool people by giving misleading information.
Okay.
The governments are trying to put a positive spin on a situation. Let's try to make up for the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You
exactly.
excuse us for something like that.
Yep.
We went to Iraq for some
Talk
reason.
one more time, I'm going to mute you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Can I teach? I'm just kidding, Sudars.
It's okay.
And by the way, guys, this is a comedy class, okay? All right, keep that in mind, okay? So, but yeah, so spin. You're going to see this. So what happens is, okay, this is where political satire, this is where these shows come in to save the day, as they say, because they understand the spin. They know what these guys are talking about. They know it's lies. And what they do is they take care of them. There's a name for this too. These people that do this, they call this spin doctors, okay? All right? Spin doctors. They stop these spin doctors. Yeah, churn out just how many people go in there. And Tawana, hello. What are you guys doing? You sharing one headset? Just break the thing in half, okay, guys? Okay. You know, just break it in half. Walid, can you read the last one, to vote? Hello, Walid?
What?
What? No, Tawana, can you read it, to vote?
No.
No? Okay, no problem. Hey,
I can
by the
read.
way, yeah, you know what? I'll just read this thing, to vote. Vote. Okay, so, all right, good. So let's get through to this one. And thanks, guys. And by the way, I said this is going to be a fast-paced class, advanced all the other stuff, okay? All right. So, Abdul, can you read satire, definition of satire?
Definition of satire.
No. Go ahead.
Definition of satire.
Go ahead.
Definition of satire, number 1. A literary work holding up human vices and police to ridicule or scorn. Number 2. Trenchant. Is that right?
Trenchant wit.
Trenchant wit, irony, or sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Used to expose and discredit vice or folly. See satire defined.
It's okay. It's okay. So good. Hey, so Muhammad, what's going on there? You have like this crazy background that keeps flashing. Wow, that is cool. Are you? Yeah, where are you? It's like some sort of altered world, man. Holy Toledo. Okay, good. Yeah, what do you do? Yeah, do you turn on the? Is that the MDNA or whatever that is?
I really don't know what it is.
Wow, man, he's in a dance club. Okay.
No, he's in an interrogation room.
Oh, you're in an interrogation room, yeah.
So confess.
Yeah, confess. Yeah, you know, it was absolutely stupid. Like, the Atlantic came out and said that the Bush administration was using illegal torturing, with the prisoners, and it's kind of like, who had to tell us that? Everybody already knew that. I mean, it's sad too. It's sad. Okay, I think it's horrible. But just some of the times when they come up with this news, I mean, it's just like they say. Here's an expression I'll write in here. Common sense ain't so common. All right. Okay. So that's a very
We can see it.
Yeah. No. It's okay. It's okay. For some reason. Oh no! What the heck is this thing doing? Yeah, sorry, my Evernote just opened up and overtook the whole screen.
I think there's a lot of windows open.
No, I'm on a Mac. So
okay,
continue on. Just kidding. So here's some satire, and remember, political satire, guys. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Somebody asked if there's political satire in the chat, and I was just trying to figure out, how would I be teaching an entire class on political satire? Anyway, here we go. So let's we're not going to go through this whole thing, but let's just go through a little bit of this, okay? All right. Abdullah.
Yeah.
Can you start reading here? Can you start reading? People like to have a good laugh.
All right. People like to have a good laugh. When the laughter targets people in positions of social and political prominence, we experience a delicious thrill like school kids giggling when the class clown makes rules gestures behind the teacher's back. We usually call it satire. Juvenile? Sure. Often necessary, though.
Okay, let's wait right there, okay? So good.
Okay.
By the way, very good. Very good. So juvenile. So that's like, juvenile is when you're younger, okay? So when you're older and you say you do something juvenile, it's immature, right? And it is. This type of satire and so forth, it is juvenile. But this is the main thing, guys. This is the main thing. This isn't just a comedy class just to make everybody laugh. This is necessary. Some things are so obviously bad and wrong for us that it happens, and then for some reason the regular mainstream media news, they just kind of go on and on, don't really point out the obvious. Hey, Tawana. So Tawana, Tawana, are you an advanced? Yes, Tawana, are you an advanced learner, Tawana?
I'm not advanced, but I'm normal in English lesson.
It's okay.
Can you ask me some question? It will be easily.
No, but Tawana, this is an advanced class, okay?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Okay, ask.
No. This is an advanced class. This is advanced. Can you attend another class later that is not advanced?
Up to you.
This will be very tough for you. Just go to classes, okay? Don't do the Spanish classes or you'll be even more confused, okay? But just try to take some of the beginner classes, okay? And guys, again, this is a little bit of a humor class. But yeah, take like a beginner class, okay? This guy here.
Yes.
Yeah, look how many beginner classes. Beginner. Holy Toledo, there's so many beginner classes. Just take a beginner class. Do you mind? Would you be nice to me?
Okay, it's not.
Okay.
It's not different. I can't be on advanced.
No, you can't. No, you can't actually. Okay. So let's continue on here. So good job so far of reading here, Abdullah. So Abdullah, can you continue on here? Can you start here with consider here?
Yeah, okay. Consider part of the needs of democracy entail the requirement that every so often the prevailing crop of bastards need to get tossed on their asses so a brand new bunch of assholes can get. Sorry.
No.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Guys, this is part of political satire. I didn't write this, okay? Now, I'm sorry, guys, but political satire, some of this will come up. Go ahead. Like I said, it's juvenile. Go ahead.
Can get a shot at effing things up for a while. At any given moment in a healthy democracy, at least, half of society needs to have absolutely no respect for whoever is currently running things, and hence there is a constant conflict between need for social order and unity for purpose that's required in order to make things happen, and that corresponding need to hold the powerful to their responsibilities and shine a light on hypocrisy.
Yep. And Walid, I apologize. I didn't realize that part's in there. All the videos are clean. That's probably the worst thing in here, okay? All right? Okay. I do apologize, okay? I sincerely do. And all the videos, I watched all the videos today. I was like, oh my gosh, just trying to make sure they don't do anything crazy, okay? But just keep in mind, though, that that those words that they used are actually allowed on television, okay? All right? So, you know, we're not doing anything that's, anyway, let's, yeah, good, we're going along here. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Dennis.
Hi.
Hey, Dennis. Hi. Dennis, can you please... Hello, Dennis. Dennis, can you start reading here the use of comedy in the political arena?
I'm sorry. Where I can read?
Actually, no. It's okay. It's okay. Just listen for now, and we're going to get into some videos pretty soon anyway. Ishmael, and by the way, for those of you that are listening in, again, this is an advanced class. We're going as fast as humanly possible, okay? So Ishmael, the use of comedy.
Okay. The use of comedy in the political arena most often happens when the left attacks the right. Though sometimes it's the left attacking the left, such as George Orwell's Animal Farm, a political Lenin and Trotsky as a couple of intelligent swine. Orwell was a socialist criticizing other revolutionary communists for hypocritically betraying the ideals of social justice by succumbing to the temptation of totalitarianism. The observation still applies even in this case because the leaders of the Marxist rebellion constituted a poor elite and as such were a suitable target.
Okay, good. Go ahead. The key here?
The key here is that satire is always a weapon aimed at the powerful, and this represents the main reason it is most often a tool of the left against the right, and the number of political satirists representing a conversative bands are so few and to be remarkable when observed. Okay, I will give you PG O'Rourke, but that's all. Name another one, Chris Buckley. Okay, one more then.
Okay, so good, so good. So, excuse me one second. So also too, for some reason, okay, and I know I'm probably going to get phone calls and death threats, but the conservatives, okay, the conservatives usually don't get the jokes, okay? They're just so stiff, they're just like, they really are so rigid, so a lot of times they don't even understand when you're making fun of them, okay? So guys, let's just take a break. Let's take a step back, okay? Let's make sure we understand where we're at, okay? Because we're going to get into some videos. So we know that there are elected people that are politicians, okay? They're the ones that are passing laws. They're passing legislation, different referendums, okay? All right? When they put a spin, all right? When they lie, when they put things, they say it's better than what it is, that's when you have people like Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, Stephen Colbert, different people like that deliver political satire, and they're doing it on the television. And when they do this, they're making very valid points, but they're also doing it in a way that makes you laugh. Okay, makes you laugh the situation. But they also too, some of it, they're just like, what the heck, like how can people be so stupid? All right. And also too, guys, there's going to be a segment in here where, and this just goes to show you, okay, that I can laugh at myself, where it talks about us Americans and just how dumb we are, just how we don't realize all the stuff going on in the world. All right. So I wanted to recap. So now we're getting into the videos. It's going to be fast paced, okay? Some of the stuff you're not going to understand, but that's okay, all right? Okay? If you don't understand, then all you need to do, just join Muhammad's dance club, okay? Just party down with Muhammad, okay? Boom, 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 crazy lights going on, passing out. Is it the red pill or the green pill, or is it both mixed in one? Okay? So, so it is what it is. Drink this. Okay, so good, so good. So the first one that we're going to start out with here, this one's great. So this is where Jon Stewart is talking to a real news person, okay? And Jon Stewart, after a while, just gets so upset with this guy because this guy doesn't understand that Jon Stewart is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's delivering political satire, and this real news person is getting upset because basically, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You're fooling the people. Blah blah blah. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch this. Yeah, I'd like to stick this thing in YouTube, but yeah, actually, do you guys use YouTube? Everybody here? Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so those of you in the outside, okay, those of you in the outside, I just gave you the link in the chat, okay? All right. Those of you in the inside, all right, click on YouTube, but please do not touch the YouTube buttons, okay? Do not touch the YouTube buttons, okay? All right. I've never had it blow up like this. You know?
What?
You know,
What's
you
going
know,
on, guys? Oh my gosh.
well, I don't know. You know, and I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm not going to get. I'm not. Where's the conspiracy theory guy? Right? You know, he'd probably be freaking out. Oh my gosh, they don't want us to talk about the government. I can just see him now. But by the way, guys, look. Okay, yeah, there are conspiracies that happen in this world. Okay. I got it. Okay. I'm not so simple-minded. But keep in mind, there's so much that's happening that's right in front of your face. Okay. All right. That you don't have to think about the conspiracy stuff. You really don't. You really don't. There's just so much regular stuff happening in front of your face. Just go with that. So, guys, we're switching to YouTube again. All right. So everybody, make sure you click the YouTube button. Okay. And then we're ready to rock and roll in just a few minutes. Those of you on the outside. Again, just click on the link, okay? Here we go, guys.
Ah, now, okay. Good.
Huh.
Now it worked, yeah.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's
Not
working
yet.
now.
Oh no, oh dear.
No, it's not
Well,
even though. Forget this. Don't worry, okay? All right, no problem. We'll just play it, okay? All right. So here we go. Okay. And oh dear Lord, give me one more second. This is not my day. What's going on? Yeah, it's like it's. Okay, here we go, guys. You have got to be kidding me.
Relentlessly promoting an ideological agenda under the rubric of being a news organization.
Rubric.
And, yeah, actually, you love to take shots at Fox News.
Yes, I do.
Over the years, you have called us. We're going to put this on the screen because this is heavy stuff. A biased organization relentlessly promoting an ideological agenda under the rubric of being a news organization.
Rubric.
And, yeah, I actually think was slightly the wrong use of the word rubric.
Was it really?
A relentless, agenda-driven, 24-hour news, opinion, propaganda delivery system.
Yeah.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
It's actually quite easy when you feel it. You got to feel it in your soul, you know.
Well, here's the deal. Are you willing to say the same thing about the mainstream media, about ABC, CBS, NBC, Washington Post, New York Times? Would you say the same thing about them, that they are, in your words, a propaganda delivery system relentlessly pushing a liberal agenda?
So, guys, let me explain a few things here, okay? Fox News is mainstream media. I don't know why that guy would have said that, okay? Fox News is run by Rupert Murdoch, which is one of the most evil people on the entire planet, okay? All right? And what's happening here is Jon Stewart, he's the guy on the left. He is the political satirist, okay? He's the comedian. This guy right here, he's a regular news person. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to bash into Jon Stewart. How can you talk about us this way? You know, all you are is a comedian. You know, but then you fool people because you deliver news and you don't let them know you're a comedian. So just watch this. Continue along, guys, okay?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
MSNBC is attempting that. I think they're attempting. They've looked at your business model and they've seen the success of it. And I think they're attempting to be a more activist organization.
You don't think the New York Times is a liberal organization?
Now,
pushing a liberal agenda?
The New York Times, no, I think that they are to a certain extent. Do I think they're relentlessly activist? No. In a purely liberal partisan way? No, I don't. Well, I think Fox is a very special.
The shutters to go from your eyes, because I'm going to prove it to you in the next few minutes.
Oh, okay. Then I'm excited about that.
Well, here we go.
Can I tell you this? I love to learn.
Even you made fun of the fact that the New York Times and the Washington Post, when this document dump of 24,000 emails of Sarah Palin was released, and they got so excited about it, they readers can help us go through these 24,000 documents.
Right.
How do you explain the fact that they would do that? They would ask their readers to help them go through the Palin emails, inconsequential as they turned out to be, but they never said, help us go through the 2,000 pages of the Obama health care bill.
Because I think their bias is towards sensationalism and laziness. I wouldn't say it's towards the liberal agenda. It's light fluff, so it's absolutely within the wheelhouse. I mean, if your suggestion is that they are relentlessly partisan, then why haven't they gone and backed away from Wiener? Now they've jumped into the Wiener pool with such delight and such relish, because the bias
Some
of the
things are indefensible.
the bias.
Yeah, so again, guys, okay, partisan towards one party or another, right? Okay, all right. Also, too, what they're talking about is how they're spinning some of this stuff, okay? They're spinning the news, different things like that. The New York Times, Fox News, CNN, CBS, all of them, okay? Continue on.
Some of the mainstream media. Oh, I'm not saying it's, but the bias of the mainstream media is towards sensationalism, conflict, and laziness.
Your own shot. Recently at Sarah Palin, you compared her video of her One Nation bus tour to a certain commercial. Let's take a look.
Caltrans.
As the tour rolls on, stopping in historic places like Gettysburg, and then to Philadelphia to see the Liberty Bell.
You know what's cool, man? The way they have reporters finishing each other's sentences. Have I seen that technique before?
I have to
I try to be careful.
very careful.
Sarah Palin and her drug, really?
Yeah, so that's political satire, okay? So herpes, unfortunately, is a disease that you get through sexual contact, and it's usually people that are promiscuous, okay? So they're comparing Sarah Palin, right, in her ad to a herpes ad.
Yeah, that's a technique for the commercial. So you're saying that by comparing the technique that she used in her video to a technique used in
Commercial,
her
you were not making a political comment.
You really think that's a political comment?
Yes.
You're insane.
Really?
Yeah, here's the difference between you and I. I'm a comedian first. My comedy is informed by an ideological background. There's no question about that. But the thing that you will never understand, and the thing that in some respects conservative activists will never understand, is that Hollywood, yeah, they're liberal, but that's not their primary motivating force. I'm not an activist. I'm a comedian.
All right, I want to thank you for saying that.
Okay, so guys, again, this is political satire. He's explaining exactly what it's all about, okay, compared to the regular media.
So you're saying that by comparing the technique that she used in her video to a technique
commercial,
used in her
you were not making a political comment.
You really think that's a political comment?
Yes.
You're insane.
Really?
Yeah, here's the difference between you and I. I'm a comedian first. My comedy is informed by an ideological background. There's no question about that. But the thing that you will never understand, and the thing that in some respects conservative activists will never understand, is that Hollywood, yeah, they're liberal, but that's not their primary motivating force. I'm a comedian.
All right, I want to thank you for saying that, because Baltimore Sun TV critic David Zurawik put it up on the screen, says that is your dodge. Stewart is never held accountable in his media criticism, is he? When he is wrong, he goes into the tap dance of saying, he's only a comedian and shouldn't be taken seriously.
Let's talk about that. When did I say to you, I'm only a comedian? I said I'm a comedian first. That's not only. Being a comedian is harder than what you do. What I do is much harder. I put material through a process, a comedic process. I don't just sit and narrate.
The comedy has a political...
Some of it.
Here's your take on GOP presidential candidate Herman Cain.
Okay, so you guys got it again? You understand? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So these are guys that hey Lamy, welcome to class. Just hang out, Lamy. It's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So again, all right. They're comedians, all right. But yet it's not just this funny, joke around Groucho Marx type comedy. Okay, this is real comedy that tells you how dumb some of these things are in politics. Here, just watch this. Just watch this. This is great. This is absolutely awesome.
So that's why I'm going to only allow small bills. 3 pages. You have time to read that on the dinner table.
Okay. So remember a bill? Remember a bill when they're trying to pass it in legislation? This guy's saying that he's only going to have bills that are 3 pages long, okay? He's the politician, all right? Okay? So when you do something stupid, you're going to get caught, all right? Red-handed. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit.
Treaties will have to fit on the back. We allow small bills. 3 pages. You have time to read that on the dinner table. Madam President, treaties will have to fit on the back of a cereal box. From now on, the State of the Union address will be delivered in the form of a fortune cookie. I am Herman Cain, and I do not like to read. You planning a remake of Amos and Andy?
Why don't you do you want to show me doing all the voices for all the other people that we do? Do you want to see my New York voice? My Chinese guy voice?
just awesome stuff, huh, guys? I mean, awesome stuff. He just puts the reality into all this. Let me see. This one's 622. Yeah, let's just get one here. Yeah, actually, I want to save that. Now let's watch this one. And again, okay, guys. All right, I'm an American. I'm very proud that I came from the I'm from the United States. You know, I'm very proud of where I came from. Okay, but unfortunately, we've gone sideways. Okay, we're not the great nation that saved people in wars. We're the nation that creates wars. We're not the nation that's leading everybody into the future. We're the nation that's now destroying the environment and everything else. Okay, so here's about the United States, and just listen to this. Okay, listen. This is political satire as well. Okay, and this is also. Anyway, just take a listen. This is great.
And finally, new rule, just because a country elects a smart president doesn't make it a smart country. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was asked on CNN if I thought Sarah Palin could get elected president, and I said I hope not, but I wouldn't put anything past this stupid country. Well, the station was flooded with emails, and the twits. And you could tell these people were really mad because they wrote entirely in capital letters. Worst of all, Bill O'Reilly refuted my contention that this is a stupid country by calling me a pinhead.
Yes, I do. Over the years, you
Now, before I go about demonstrating how sadly easy it is to prove the dumbness that is dragging us down, let me just say that ignorance has life and death consequences. On the eve of the Iraq War, 70% of Americans thought Saddam Hussein was personally involved in 9/11. 6 years later, 34% still do. Or look at the healthcare debate going on now. At a recent town hall meeting in South Carolina, a man stood up and told his congressman to keep your government hands off my Medicare. Which is kind of like driving cross country to protest highways. This country is like a college chick after 2 Long Island iced teas. We can be talked into anything, like wars, and we can be talked out of anything, like health.
Bret, you are muted.
Somebody muted you, sir.
Lamy. Yeah, why are you muting me, Lamy?
That's not good.
Yeah, hey, Lamy. So No, it's okay. I may be a dumb American, but I still know how to kick people out of class. Okay, let's go on, guys.
Listen to some of these statistics. A majority of Americans cannot name a single branch of government or explain what the Bill of Rights is. 24% could not name the country America fought in the Revolutionary War. More than 2/3 of Americans don't know what's in Roe versus Wade. 2/3 don't know what the Food and Drug Administration does. Some of this stuff you should be able to pick up simply by being alive. You know the way the Slumdog Kid knew about cricket? But not here. Nearly half of Americans don't know that states have 2 senators. And more than half can't name their congressman. And among Republican governors, only 3 got their wife's name right on the first try. People bitch and moan about taxes and spending. They have no idea what their government spends money on. The average voter thinks foreign aid consumes 24% of our federal budget. It's actually less than 1%. A third of Republicans believe Obama is not a citizen, and a third of Democrats believe that George Bush had prior knowledge of the 9/11 attacks, which is an absurd sentence because it contains the words Bush and knowledge. Words Bush and knowledge. Sentence because it contains the words Bush and knowledge.
Sorry, I had to play it again.
Sleep tight, that shit. Sarah Palin says she would never apologize for America, even though a Gallup poll says 18% of us think the sun revolves around the earth. No, they're not stupid. They're interplanetary mavericks. And I haven't even brought up religion. But here's one fun fact I'll leave you with. Did you know only about half of Americans are aware that Judaism is an older religion than Christianity? That's right. Half of America looks at books called the Old Testament and the New Testament and cannot figure out which one came first. That's my Thank you very much. That's our show. I want to thank Congressman Jack King.
So good guys. So good guys. So yeah, you know, like I said, let me just switch this back. So okay, guys. So all right. So tell me, you know, talk about this. Does anybody have any questions about what political satire is?
No, not political satire. I just didn't understand that Medicare section.
Well, the thing is, the guy said, keep your government hands off my Medicare. The government provides Medicare. so how can the government keep its hands off of something it's providing, right? You know? So anyway, some funny stuff, huh? Some funny stuff. But just let you know, not all of us Americans, you know, we try to point out, you know, some of the dumb things we do. You know, a lot of us are so sorrowful. I mean, deep in our hearts, I can't even tell you, you know, how sorrowful I am for the things that we've been doing. You know, I remember when, you know, like I said, 70% of the people thought Saddam Hussein was involved with 9/11. I remember when we were going to invade Iraq, and I don't care. I stood up and I said, "This is crazy." I said, "This guy doesn't have weapons of mass destruction. He doesn't care. All that Saddam Hussein cared about was having as many palaces as that he could have, and running his country." You know, and I know some people from Iraq might disagree. You know, and I don't live there. I didn't live there then. You know, but just looking at from other knowledge besides the mainstream media and looking at it, you know, it just didn't make sense that this guy would want to destroy the United States. He doesn't care. He just wants to be left alone. His only adversary is Iran, and he doesn't care. You know, really, seriously, he doesn't care. He doesn't hate. He never hated Israel. He never said, oh, you know, these Israelis, you know. And by the way, I understand some people don't like Israel. That's your own thing, okay? And I don't want to get on that debate. at all. Okay, I'm just saying though, that's one of the heated topics, right? Okay, this guy was so neutral, but 70% of the people thought that yeah, he had something to do with it. You know. By the way, guys, I'm gonna end this now. Please pardon me. I'm gonna end this now because I have to get to the next one. Part two coming up, and it's all videos, all jamming stuff, okay? Thank you all very much. I apologize for the people I was a little harsh to, okay, that muted me and I have to throw you out of class. Other people that when I tell them they're beginners to go to another class, they don't go to class.